Hi everyone, I'm Alexander. Thanks for tuning to Frenzy Friends on this Thursday, May 16, 2019.
Hello, I'm Youngju.
We're here for you every night from midnight to 2 a.m.
Glad to have you with us for tonight's show.
We are fancy and trendy. We are Frenzy Friends. Hi everyone, you're tuning to Frenzy Friends on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul, 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu.
Yes, for the next 2 hours, we'll talk about the latest trend going viral in Korea.
That's right, we cover fashion, beauty, music, movies, health, and more.
And tell us what your interests are. Send us your messages. Our email, frenzyfriends1013@gmail.com, and our Instagram, frenzyfriends1013.
We love communicating with our listeners via Instagram, and we ask our listeners to share their favorite movies. We have a first message from One Scott. I love movies that mess with your mind. My favorite psychological thriller movies are Memento, The Shining, and Rear Window. Oh man, The Shining. Did you watch it?
No.
They're very famous with the wooden doll.
Wooden
you
doll?
can see his face.
Oh, that
one, right.
It's not Chucky, right?
It's not Chucky. It's Stephen King. He looks like Chucky somehow.
Right.
Yeah, but all the psychological thrillers.
So do you like those kind of films?
Yeah, I do like
You
it
do?
actually, psychologically, because it makes you think, oh, what's going on? What's really happening? And then it's
Right.
also a thriller.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, 무서워, scary
Yeah,
one.
I like it.
The last one that I liked was, it's called Gone Girl. It's called 나를 찾아줘. Have you watched that one?
No.
Yeah.
What's that
The
about?
Ben Affleck, what stars in it? It was a movie about like the woman was disappeared
Oh.
and his husband was looking for her.
Oh, okay. The last one I watched was Door Lock.
Door lock.
The
Oh,
Korean
I
one.
heard about it.
Talking about if you're living alone in the office cell, you don't want to watch this
That's
movie.
why I didn't watch yet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
so
somebody
scary.
might be behind you,
Oh,
under the
my
bed.
goodness.
Anyway, we have another message.
Right. And there's a message from Dent Sisu. Kingdom of Heaven is my favorite. I like medieval movies, including Gladiator
Ooh.
and The Lord of Rings.
Oh,
I like the
cool.
fight scenes with swords.
Oh, cool. Then this person probably likes Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
Because it's those kind of genre,
definitely, right.
genre, right? That's so cool. Do you like those kind?
Oh, for me, honestly, I don't like those kind of fight scenes.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't like
know.
it.
A
How
lot of
about
guys like it, actually. Lord of the Ring, The Hobbits, and all these things.
I do like adventure movies, like Lord of Rings. You know, they are kind of like adventure, but I don't like the fighting scene.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
quite too much, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a guy thing. We're like, yeah,
fake
come
blood.
on, punch him.
I know.
Yay.
It kind of needs a lot of energy.
True,
Because
true.
I'm kind of
Right. You have a lot of tension.
Yeah, right, that's why.
I agree. We have another message from Phoebe Cates. I like The Notebook and A Walk to Remember because who doesn't want to fall in love over and over again? Oh,
The
those movies makes you
Notebook,
cry.
I know, was so popular in
The
Korea.
Notebook. I did not watch it until like few years ago. My friend
Really?
forced me because I try to avoid this kind of movie.
Yeah, you
And
get
then when
lonely,
I watch
right?
it, I was like, oh,
I know.
crying. The Notebook is a classic. We'll talk more about tear jerkers after a music break for tonight's Mindful.
That's right. So street photographer Soomin will be joining us once again. So please enjoy Only Hope from A Walk to Remember by Mandy Moore.
There's a song that's inside of my soul. It's the one that I've tried.
It's time for Mindful.
For this segment, we alternate between talking about dishes that satisfied our taste buds in one week and then things that satisfied our thirst for meaning the following week.
Right. Last week, personal trainer Jasmine joined us in the studio and we talked about new foods.
Yummy. And today, street photographer, sailor writer Soomin is joining us and she's here to introduce food for the soul.
Ooh, welcome back to Friends with Friends, Soomin.
How are you guys?
So are you involved in any new projects? How have you been?
Right.
I actually am. I am going to Jeju with a few people.
Wow.
Oh, right. You mentioned about
yeah,
that.
and I've been preparing my boat for that for the past 2 weeks.
Oh,
So I've
everything
been
fine?
painting
Good.
it. Yeah, but it's
a lot of work to maintain, right?
Yeah.
Oh, one day we should go on her.
I
her
know.
ship,
I
right?
think her friends are so lucky.
I know.
You know, whose friend would take them to boat to Jeju?
Not unless you're like a very, very rich person.
I
right?
know.
I know. We have to.
I
We have to
think-
go someday.
Yes, we'll go
Yeah.
without asking. Oh, 그냥 갈게요.
Yeah, we just pack our
Right,
stuff.
눈치 없는 style, right?
Yeah.
You know. All right. So, how are you keeping your mind full these days?
These days, I haven't been able to have time to keep my mind full with movies or books or songs. So I try to write down as much as possible, even if it's just like schedules. I would write small notes on, oh, that was a bad schedule, or oh, that was actually a good meeting.
Reflection.
Yeah,
I like that because when you read back, you
should.
remember those times. right?
exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's
And
a
then
good
you
thing.
can compare it to how you feel now, and then you'd be like, oh, I'm okay now.
That's cool. So earlier in the day, it was Suzang and I here in Korea. So do you remember any teachers from your school's days, or was it too long ago? I don't know. You're young.
That was
You're
just like
not-
yesterday.
Yesterday, right?
But I had a really good high school teacher. He was an art teacher, and he was really well. The kids that didn't take art class hated him because he was
Why?
like kind of weird. He would walk down the corridor, and then you were just taking something out of your locker, right? And then he would come behind you, and he would just scream, "Ah!" just like as a joke.
Yeah, he likes to play around,
He
but people are
likes to
like,
play around.
뭐야?
Yeah.
What the heck? You know?
And I liked him because he had so many talents. He was actually a sailor. He was a photographer. He was a painter. He was a sculptor.
Wow.
And he was a writer. And then he used to volunteer at the firefighting department. Like he was so many things.
In Korea or in the States?
In Denmark.
In
I used to go to high school in Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. Wow.
And he was. In Korean, we would call it kwetja. Like, he was strange.
Kwetja.
He was a strange guy.
I
He was a
see.
strange guy.
But I loved his stories. And when I hated photography in high school, which is really ironic because I'm a street photographer now.
I know, right?
Yeah, he tried to get me interested into it by showing me different photography. And that was really
that's a unique
helpful.
person.
Yeah.
So what about, would you say he's your biggest mentor in life, or do you have another like mentor in your life?
He's not a mentor. He's not my biggest mentor. I just remember how close we were, and he was
Right.
like a friendly teacher. But my
Are you in touch with him?
Yeah, I am. Like I
you
still
are?
email.
Good.
And I included him in the book that I wrote, like in the ending. So yeah, because he is actually kind of a big inspiration for me in becoming a sailor as well. Because he used to talk about the sea a lot, and yeah. But my biggest mentor is my mom. Honestly, there's
that's
no one that
good.
could replace her as
That's
my mentor.
sweet. All right. So, would you say you're a mentor or teacher to other people, Sumin? I think you are.
You think so?
Yes,
Oh, that's
you
nice.
are.
I used to
Life
be
mentor.
a lot because I really loved helping people. So I would really listen a lot, and then I would just give them like short advices that they could actually use. But now I have like no energy. But I love doing lectures and like giving inspiration to people.
That's
So
good.
I do a lot of lectures, and in that way, I guess I am a mentor, but not like a one-on-one mentor. But like in general, I do love helping people feel
Right.
more uplifted.
That's very nice of
Actually,
him.
when I see Sumin, I think she's like, when I describe her as a color, like white. I think white.
Oh,
She's
really?
very nice. She loves helping people, but I'm afraid if she get hurt, she will close her mind.
Dark
Yeah.
Phoenix.
So I hope
do
she
get some
maintain the balance
Thank
of
you.
you and others.
That's such a helpful thing because
Yes.
lately I haven't been able to. I feel like I've been tainted with other
I
colors. You know what I mean?
You you shouldn't like get tired of it.
Yeah.
Don't lose your life.
Yes.
Oh, that's so deep.
That is very
you guys are so
deep.
I wanted to
deep.
tell her
Oh,
about it.
thank you. That's really, that comes from
Yes.
your heart. Thank
That's
you.
so nice.
She's the most important.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
right.
nice. Youngji, that was deep.
That was very
Yes.
deep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. So we know that you bring movies this time about teachers and mentors. So what
Right.
movies will you be introducing to us today?
So I brought this one movie called Flipped. And
Flipped.
Yeah, you watched it?
Yeah, I
It's a
did.
really sweet movie.
I know, it's famous.
But people would be like, this is not about teachers. But I want to define what means a teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, you could learn from anybody.
Very
Ooh,
good.
excited. So we'll continue our talk with Soomin after a song break. So please stay tuned. Here is Teacher by Pretty Much.
Yo, it's pretty much coming through, coming from your life, you know. I'm just trying to figure out what you can be, cause hey, you could be my teacher, you could be my boss, oh, you could be my lover. I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that...
That was Stress Out by 21 Pilots.
So Soomin is still in the studio with us and we'll begin talking about movies that can teach us messages.
Right.
Deep one.
Thanks for bringing one of our favorite topics.
I know, I really love
Thank you.
it.
I love it too.
So today we're talking about movies and there's so many movies being released today. How do you decide what movie to watch? You know, there's so many.
I know. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover.
I know.
I judge a movie by its poster.
Still, me too.
맞아.
Honestly.
You have
Honestly,
to.
you have to.
Yeah.
The poster is not nice or attractive.
Or trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trailer. That
If it's
affects
not
a
good,
lot.
why would you watch it?
And to be honest, as someone who actually like created a documentary on herself and then made posters and trailers, if the movie's good, the trailer and the poster's good because like it's all connected.
Right.
맞아,
Yeah.
맞아, correct.
But if it's
shows.
not, then it's not a good representation.
No, but you know, really, some trailers are so good. When you watch the movie, it's all
Nothing.
all about the highlights is already in the
I
trailer.
know.
That's so sad.
That was all about it, right?
Yeah.
맞아.
Oh,
true.
so
That's true.
do you watch trailers before going to see the movie, Sumi?
So sometimes when I find out about the movie through a trailer, then I obviously have to watch it.
Yeah, right.
But usually I don't.
Me too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
try not
진짜?
to.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
tried to watch it.
보면서 알고 싶어.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
I want to wait till you watch
Yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
So sometimes I don't even know the kind of nuance of it. If it's a thriller or not, I just
Right. Because
Yeah.
trailer actually tells about the the storyline.
Yeah,
That's
everything.
Why.
Right,
Everything.
right.
So, what is a good tip to choose a movie for you? A good movie.
go. For me, I think it depends on how you feel at the time. Like when you're kind of depressed, I think you want to see uplifting movies. Or if you're the kind of person that wants to watch an even sadder movie to get you out of the whole thing, then you should
Right.
choose it like that. And I think the best thing about choosing a movie is to choose it when you can concentrate on it. Like when you have so many other things on your mind, then you can't.
True.
So for today's Mindful, Soomin has brought in films that portray different types of teachers and mentors. So what is the first one?
So Flipped is a movie about a little boy and a little girl.
Right.
They suddenly become neighbors because the girl moves in, and the boy hates the girl because the girl chases him around, and the girl is just like
that's so cute.
not able to understand why he's chasing or like he's running away because she just wants to be friends.
I
And
see.
so this movie is fun because it tells the same situation in twice. Once in the girl's view and once in the boy's view.
see.
And it's so differently perceived by the two.
Ooh.
And it's just so interesting.
So Sumi, when did you watch it?
I watched it only like 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
It didn't do so well, so I didn't figure it out until like later when I just stumbled upon it through like,
see.
you know, when you're searching online and it says, oh, recommended. And then I was
Right,
like, oh,
right.
this looks fun. And yeah, that's
Did you
how I
watch it
watched
alone?
I watched it alone.
Alone.
And then I recommended it to my boyfriend because I was like, this
see.
is so sweet.
Oh.
You should, and then I understood why we fought. Because we have such a
Really?
different perspective.
With the movie?
Yeah, because the movie shows how, so for example, if the girl is just saying, hi, let's just be friends, in the boy's mind, she's just chasing him around. And it's just so differently perceived. Like, boys and girls think differently about a situation.
Very important question. Are you still having that same boyfriend?
I am.
Oh, so that movie worked.
It worked.
It worked.
So I think we should recommend this movie
know.
to
Yes.
couples
Yeah.
Yeah.
who are
Very
fighting a
much
lot, right?
Oh, so if you guys are fighting, watch Flipped, and you try to understand each
and
other.
me and Alex don't need to.
Yeah. We'll talk
kidding,
more
uh-huh.
with Soomin after music break. Please enjoy two Everly Brothers tracks featured in the film Flipped.
Yes, we'll be back after Let It Be Me, followed by Devoted to You.
I bless the day I found you. I want.
Frenzy Friends with Alexander and Oh Young-ju every night from midnight to 2 a.m.
Each time we have a quarrel.
That was A Teenager in Love by Dion and Belmont. For those of you just tuning in, we are Frenzy Friends.
To listen to us live, you can download the TBS app on your smartphone. Simply search for TBS.
And on YouTube, you can search for TBS EFM live stream and you'll find us.
And Soomin is still with us here in the studio for tonight's Mindful segment. Thanks for staying.
Yay! So today we're talking about mentors you can find in movies with Soomin. And before the break, we're talking about the movie Flipped. So director Robert Rayner was directed many films including coming-of-age films Stand By Me, romantic film like When Harry Met Sally, and even horror films
I
like
love that.
Misery.
The Misery, I love that.
Right. So Sumi, what is your favorite film of his?
So I love When Harry Met Sally. I haven't watched Misery, but is that the movie with the song
Stephen
Killing Me
King.
Softly?
No.
No?
Misery is about, I love that. It's a
I haven't
Stephen King movie from his
Oh.
novel. It's about
scary.
one writer. He got into an accident. And he stays
Writer.
inside. He was like accident in an icy mountain, whatever. And then one person took care of him. And this lady, she's actually his fan, crazy fan.
Oh, that sounds
And
creepy.
then you could imagine what happened to him inside her house.
Oh my
She keeps him
God.
there. You should watch it. It's a classic.
Oh my god.
That's scary.
너무 좋아.
It's an old movie?
Yeah, it's an old movie.
Oh, I
Oh
see.
my God.
I don't know. Why did I watch it when I was young?
Why it sounds like
Dad
the
and Mom,
book
why
that
did you let
talked
me
about?
watch
Yeah.
비둘기.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Yeah.
Very eerie, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So what were we talking about? We're talking about, okay, among the movies from director Robert Rayner,
Right.
which is your favorite?
I really liked When Harry Met Sally, but I think Flipped is sweet. And it's just, it's so pure.
Pure.
And
Way.
I didn't get much notice, so I like it because I know about it and not many people.
Right.
I'm a hipster.
Right. Hipster. I like
So
that
in the
word.
movie, the two characters are Bryce and Julie. So both of them feelings for each other flip. So has your opinion about someone ever flipped?
Oh.
About Frenzy Friends?
Oh, no, never flipped. Positive all the way.
Oh, thank
from
you.
the beginning.
Good.
Actually, I have a pretty good sense of like feeling about people
Gut
in the
feeling.
first impression. And the thing is, I try not to get prejudiced when I first see them.
Right.
So I'm always positive about them. Oh, wait, I guess so I did flip in a negative way. I would be like, oh, I thought they were nice. But never really in the other way because I always think everybody's nice.
Right.
I like how she's so positive.
I know, right?
And that gives us, good energy.
The older you get, the more
I
negative
know.
you become because
Right.
of
You
this
know so much.
world.
Yeah.
Right. So, how do the characters in the movie teach or influence one another? Is there a particular episode?
So it's kind of a gradual flip rather than just like a one flip.
I see.
Bryce keeps on running away from Julie, and Julie's just so nice to him and like so cordial to his family as well. She has chicken, so her chicken lay eggs, so she gives it to Bryce and stuff like that.
so cute.
Yeah, and then he just throws it away.
Oh no!
I know for very
I think
complex
I
reasons.
watched part of this movie.
You have?
이제.
Yeah.
So
I
there's small
remember.
episodes like that.
Cool.
And then I thought that this was a good movie for a Teacher's Day kind of thing because she teaches him ways to communicate with his grandfather. His grandfather likes Julie,
I
but he
see.
can't really connect with his own grandfather. So he's like, oh, why is she so special? And then the grandfather says, you should try to talk to her. She's very wise. And so he does, and then he gets closer to his grandfather.
So his grandfather was like kind of a commuter between them.
Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly.
And that makes them 친해져, like
Yeah.
more closer.
친해져.
That's good. So is there a favorite scene or character in the movie for you?
So in this movie, my favorite scene was when the little girl, there's a big tree in the town. And you saw that, right? And she goes up there and then she just looks down at the world because she just can't understand why Bryce would run away from her. And she just kind of talks to the tree. And I felt so envious because we don't have trees like that. We can't, maybe we could go up the apartment, but we can't go in the 옥상. Anyway, it's always closed.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's a very good way to relieve your stress. It was very romantic. I keep remembering that moment.
One place I really like is I like to stay on the swing.
Swing. 그네.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I like to just swing around, think about stuff at night.
Yeah.
But I hate mosquitoes, so yeah, I don't really.
Maybe there's an indoor swing.
How about you? Do you like to think of anything in anywhere? Where do you usually go?
I think I go to my bed and I turn
Lie
off the
down.
light and just to turn on the bed stand, bed light. That's the time when I like kind of concentrate and look into my mind.
Right. It's like very cozy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny because at home, the place where I think the most very randomly, it's actually in the toilet. Okay, TMI. We'll continue tonight's Mindful of Soomin after a song break.
Okay, so please enjoy It Had to Be You from the movie When Harry Met Sally OST by Harry Connick Jr.
When the night has come.
That was Benny King with Stand By Me from the movie Stand By Me.
For the first hour of tonight's Fancy Friends, we've been talking about movies for Mindful of Soomin.
Thanks for staying with us, Sumi.
Hello.
It was so nice.
Right. So today
like
we're talking about movies with mentors and teachers. So before the song break, we talked about Flipped. So now let's move on to the second film you brought to us. Can you introduce to our listeners?
So the title of this is Three Idiots.
세월간이.
Yeah, 세월간이. And I don't even know. Oh, when I first watched it, I watched it with my mom.
Oh, cool.
And my mom doesn't really like to watch movies with subtitles. But for some reason, we watched it. And I've never watched Indian Bollywood movies before.
So it was your
Right,
first
right.
time.
First time. And it's a very strange genre, but I loved it. And my mom and we took a really good life lesson from it.
Right.
It was amazing.
So although the film was based in India, it was very successful all around the world, including Korea, right?
It was released as 세월간이 here. So why do you think the film touched Korean fans?
I think it's mainly because the characters in the film, the Three Idiots,
Three Idiots.
they are very different, but they're very idiotic in the sense that they're not cool. They're geeks. But one is terrified of the future. Like he's just anxious about everything. And one wants to be a photographer, but he can't because of his family wants him to be an engineer. And the third one is just kind of free, but you don't know what he's thinking about. Like he's kind of like a peksu, like he's
Jobless
and like thoughtless. And so when you watch it, you can really like relate to it in the sense that they're all like heading somewhere outside of university, but they don't know what they want to become. They don't know how to do it. And then they just use a lot of humor to fix that.
Fun,
Yeah.
right.
So who would you say is the main teacher among these three idiots then?
So the third, the jobless one, yeah.
Peksu.
So later he disappears just mysteriously, and so the movie is kind of about how they want to find him again. And he teaches them so many things. He says. One of the things he says is all is well.
All is well.
Yeah.
Right.
He
All the
just-
time, the whole movie, they keep saying
The whole
all is well.
all is well.
well.
And it's just, he's such a mentor to all the characters in the movie
Right.
that when he disappeared, they were so shocked, and they do whatever they can to find him because he taught them life. Like he taught them what to do when they were so confused.
True. So this movie is like really wrapped important and meaningful messages in humor, even though it's funny, right? So what is a message that has stayed with you?
So one of the things is that, it's a beautiful thing. He says there's another character who's kind of like not a rival, but he's not a main character, but he is jealous of the guy. And then the jealous guy, he always says, "Oh, I'm gonna earn a lot of money. I'm gonna be successful." Blah blah blah. And then the other guy says, "Well, why don't you find what you love? Because what you love, if you do it, money will just follow. But if you follow money, then you will lose what you love and you lose your life." And that was beautiful.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
And also, as we mentioned before, all is well is repeated again and again in Three Idiots. So what do you think about that word?
That word, I live by it as well. I think that whatever happens to you, if you just think calmly about it, then it just goes away. Because 5 years later, and you look back, it was nothing. It's just it looks big at the time when you're so wrapped up around your head about it.
So it's like look at the forest, not the tree.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are so deep today. I'm so inspired.
It's like healing,
All is well.
healing episode.
I know.
Okay. And I think the film also tells us have a few idiots friends with you.
Right.
When I say idiots, they're not fools, but people who think out of a box.
Right.
Do you have this kind of friends around you?
So these were like my dream friends. I would love to have friends like that. I never did. But my boyfriend is actually like an idiot friend that I have that I love. Because we're able to do things that other people are like, "Oh, why are you doing that? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your like youth." But when we do it, it's amazing. And then people are just like, "Whoa, how can you do it?" So we're like, they're the idiots. I have a partner
That's
in
so
the
sweet.
so it's
Oh,
really
you
nice.
guys.
So jealous.
I know, right?
I know.
This is very interesting. I don't know, two of you today is somehow very deep. I think this is a very
It's
inspiring.
connection, I think.
Connection,
Yeah.
right.
I myself get very mindful because of this corner.
good.
That's good.
And I think I'm going to watch those movies. Flip
Me
and
too,
TV.
definitely.
All right. So thank you so much, Soomin, today. I feel very
Yes.
full. My soul is very happy and
Me
satisfied.
too. I'm happy too. Thanks,
I'm glad.
Sumi.
So
Thank
we'll say
you.
goodbye to Sumi with a song. This is Isabella Castillo, All Is Well from the Three Idiots. You're tuning to Frenzy Friends. Hope everything is all is well. And I hope you guys also enjoy Mindful today. We want to hear from our listeners. Share your thoughts. Our Instagram is FrenzyFriends1013. Email is FrenzyFriends1013@gmail.com.
In the meantime, we'll get a song out to you as we get ready for the second hour. So please enjoy and don't go anywhere. Here is Jai-Ho by A.R. Rahman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're tuning to Frenzy Friends on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul, 98.7 in Gwangju, and of course, 93.7 in Yosu. I'm Alexander.
And I'm Youngju. We are here for you every night from midnight to 2 a.m.
To listen to us live, you can download the TBS app on your smartphone. Simply search for TBS.
And you can go to our website at tbs.seoul.kr, find EFM, and click on the on-air button.
And tell us if you're tuning in. Send us your song request.
You can request any song you like. You can reach us via Instagram, FriendsFriends1013.
As we wait to hear from you, we'll continue today's Frenzy Friends with Hello Stranger after a song by Emmy Lo Harris, A Love That Will Never Grow Old.
to sleep, may your sweet dreams come true.
Hello, stranger.
Can you hear me?
Where are you?
Ni hao in Taipei.
This week, we've been reaching out to listeners in Taipei. And today, we'd like to introduce Taiwanese film director Ang Lee.
Ang Lee, he has achieved international recognition with his beautiful movies.
And we'd like to recommend some of his works today.
Yeah.
The first one is my favorite one too, Life of Pi.
Cool.
Ang Lee is the darling of Taiwanese cinema and the first to really make the crossover into the mainstream Hollywood success.
That's true.
Life of Pi was a huge global success which was filmed in Taiwan. Based on the novel of the same name by Jan Mattel, the movie tells the story of a boy who survives a shipwreck and ends up on a lifeboat with a Bengal tiger called Richard Parker.
And the other movie is Eat Man, Drink Woman. In Korean is 음식 남녀. So Eat Man, Drink Woman was the first of his movies to really achieve recognition outside Taiwan. Filmed in 1994, it tackles the complex theme of the clash between traditional values and modern life through the story of a master chef who lives in Taipei. He has 3 daughters. They are following different paths in life, but they return to the family home each Sunday for a big family dinner.
Cool. And the next one is called Sense and Sensibility. This is director Lee's adaptation of the classic Jane Austen novel. Emma Thompson's character and her sister, played by Kate Winslet, are forced out of their inheritance when their father dies. As a result, they each must find suitors, played by Hugh Grant and Alan Rickman.
Cool. Another one is The Hulk. Director Lee's take on a comic book character was the last one before the launch of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Eric Bana plays the unfortunate Bruce Banner. The special effects now look somewhat embarrassing, but the emotions found within Lee's more grounded take on the superhero remain touching.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
did you watch any of this?
Yes,
Life
I
of
did.
Pi,
Life of
definitely.
Pi, definitely.
Right? And The
How about you?
Hulk. I did watch The Hulk.
Hulk?
Yeah, it was not so good compared to the
really?
one now because it was formerly done.
Right.
Yeah.
How about, did you watch Life of Pi?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
actually. It was very deep and
Very
quite
deep.
dark.
And it's
somehow.
beautiful. The scenes
Right?
of the stars and
Yeah,
everything.
it's very beautiful, but inside the metaphor, it's
I
very
know,
dark.
a lot
actually.
of meanings.
And there are
right?
also other movies. A very famous one, which is like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Ooh.
It's like with all this martial art and all this thing. And also Brokeback Mountain. very
Brokeback Mountain,
cinematically beautiful
right.
movie.
Interesting. He's so talented.
Very, very talented, right? For a
Wow.
Taiwanese director to go out. 대박이다, really.
Right.
So we'll talk more about Taipei tomorrow, so don't miss out. But tonight we'll be back with Dear Diary after music break.
So please enjoy Pi's Lullaby from the movie Life of Pi. That was Weep You No More Sad Fountains from Sense and Sensibility.
Taipei listeners, if you're tuning in, 跟我们说好不好? Tell us how we can enjoy Taipei to the fullest. Our Instagram is FriendsyFriends1013.
Yes, and you can also email us at friendsofriends1013@gmail.com.
And now it's time for Dear Diary.
Yes, and today it's Alex's turn tonight. That was Lost and Found by Georgia Smith.
So, have you ever lost anything?
Yes, I
I'm
did.
sure we all did, right?
Actually, last year, I left my bag on the subway shelf. 지하철 탔을 때 위에 올려놨어.
Oh, on top of
And-
it.
Yes, right.
You forgot to get it when you
And
leave.
I got off the train without so
no.
light hands. And then I was so panicked. Like, I was like, oh my God, my bag. And the subway was gone.
Oh no.
So I went to the information center at the subway station.
They call the people,
Yeah,
right?
They call the,
The
and
next few stops.
I had to remember the,
Number
the
of the
numbers. But I
train.
forgot because I was so
Oh
panicked.
no.
But eventually I found that. And then the wallet was missing though. I know.
How come?
I know, right?
Oh no,
So
that's so sad.
지갑은 없었어.
So they found it, but they took away the wallet.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
man. Sometimes I really wish people just take the money and leave my wallet alone, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like not somebody took the wallet from the bag. I felt like I used the quick service. I asked some other quick service to bring the bag to my home.
So that person.
I think
actually
that
took
person,
it. I'll
maybe.
never trust. You should go and get by yourself
I
next
know.
time. But the good thing is here in Korea, you can visit this website, lost, L-O-S-T, lost112.go.kr. So if you lose anything, try to go to this website.
Right.
And you might be able to see whether your items is there. They have a lot of pictures of stuff there.
Right. But I think Korea is the country that is kind of safe.
I know. We always say when you go to a cafe, you leave your stuff on a table.
I know.
When I was in Philippines, my friends would like say, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "Why? You leave this here, it's gonna be gone." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Even in America.
Right,
in the library,
everywhere.
right.
Yeah, that's why Korea is very safe. But please,
But still be careful.
yeah, don't tempt people to steal your stuff.
Right. And thanks, Alex, for your diary.
You're welcome. Let's take a song break. Please enjoy this song by FKA Twigs, Video Girl.
She the girls from the video. She the girls from the video. She the girls from the video.
Before we move on to Fun Quote, let's listen to another song. This is Majid Jordan, A Place Like This.
Don't get it twisted, it is ridiculous. I met you yesterday now. Your sloppy seconds, yes, she can have it.
We just listened to Glorious by Easy Bazoo. So Youngju will share her diary tomorrow, but now it's time for tonight's quote.
Today's quote has to do with lost and found.
Nothing is really lost until your mom can't find it. That's so true.
So true.
It's so funny. Every time I was like, Mom, where's my socks? Oma, have you seen my jacket?
Right.
Everything.
And the thing is, like, whenever I look for it, there wasn't there. And when mom looked at it,
여기 있잖아.
여기 있잖아.
It's
I was
here. I
like,
told you.
어, 아까 없었는데.
I know,
It's
right?
like magic.
Magic mom.
Magic,
Mom has this
right.
magic hand.
And the second one, lost you, found myself. It's kind of
So
deep.
deep.
I know.
I lost you, but I
I
found
think
myself.
it happens when relationship is over.
I know. When you lose someone and you find yourself,
I know.
that's
I
a
think
healthy
it happens.
breakup.
Especially when you miss somebody, like,
맞아.
not a really good person.
Yeah,
I
or like
think.
friendship also.
Yeah,
Lose this person,
true.
but I found myself. Nice one.
Nice
The
one.
next one is, I finally lost my mind. If found, don't bother to return me. It wasn't working properly anyway. Oh, that's like me. My mind is never working nowadays.
Really?
You know?
No.
Really. Oh,
What
not so
happened?
good. I don't know. After the midterm, I'm still, recovering after weeks. But it never recover. And then soon it's going to be final exam.
Yeah, final soon.
So that means I
Time
never
fly.
am properly working.
Hope you come back soon. Okay.
Hopefully.
All right, the last one. I lost some weight once, but I found it again in the fridge.
Oh, so sad.
몸무게 빠졌는데 냉장고에서 다시 찾았다.
This
so
is something I
true.
don't want to find back.
I know.
Especially ice creams.
Ice cream.
no,
yes,
no.
true.
Now the weather is getting hotter and hotter,
I know.
warmer. 빙수.
빙수야, 팥빙수.
Okay, let's save it for summer.
All right, okay.
So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's quote.
And we'll be back with a bedtime song after we listen to Gone by Lian La.
Instead of a bedtime story, every night before Frenzy Friends comes to an end, we whisper the lyrics of a poetic song in your ears for a bedtime song.
넌 날 원한다고 한 번도 말하지 않았지. 있었다면 그 순간이라도 나에겐 진실이었을 텐데. 그렇게 목마르게 내가 쫓던 내 사랑은 사랑이라 부를 수도 없는 고작 이런 걸지도 몰라.
무엇이 가장 슬픈 일이라 묻는다면 날 떠나버린 어긋나버린
That was 고작 by 오지은.
The title means merely. She's singing about her failed relationship, questioning if their love was merely an illusion.
오지은 is a singer-songwriter, but she's also a translator and an author too.
Wow, she has re-released many essays actually.
Wow, she's so talented.
Oh, that's so cool.
Alex, I have a question. So do you think you could ever write your own book?
I want to, but I don't know how.
How?
Right?
Yes.
There are many things I want to say, but I don't know, because nowadays you could say anything on the internet. Instagram,
Right.
Twitter. So how do I write a book that is more valuable than online, right?
But I felt like when I was younger, I thought in order to write books, need a lot of talent.
Right.
For example, like writing skill or
Right.
talking skill. But when I read your diary, I feel like you were, already talented.
Oh no, thank you.
Yes, really.
I should write about food, actually. Take pictures. And,
I think I can write like 2 or 3 books.
I
right?
know, right?
About the food.
Season 1, Season 2.
How to eat well, how to eat
We should do
deliciously.
that.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Friends, food book.
What about you? Do you want to just write about food or anything else you want to
I
write?
think later on, I want to write about my life story maybe.
Oh, that would be cool.
Not because I live well, just telling my story, how
Your
I
story.
lived, how was my life path was.
Right, our generation belongs to the storytelling
Exactly.
generation.
To encourage people.
Right.
Because I had the dark times, but now I'm okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can do it too.
And the good thing is like in future, if you have kids, if they read it, they'll be like, 와, 아빠, 엄마, 되게 멋있다. Dad and mom, I'm so proud.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed Youngju's Whisper. We're going to play you another song. I love this song. It's a very sad song.
Really?
Don't speak. It's like, don't speak. I know you just want to break up and 헤어져, but
That's so sad.
말하지 마.
말하지 마.
Yeah. So this is No Doubt, Don't Speak.
You and me, we used to be together every day together, always.
Foolish Games by Chu.
Oh my God.
I like it.
It almost
so
made me
deep.
cry. Like,
Foolish Games.
Yeah. I see the tears in your
I
eyes.
yawn.
Alex.
These two
Yes.
songs combined, I really yawn with your whisper and everything.
Right.
I think everybody's going to have a good night's sleep tonight. really.
Definitely. So it's time to close tonight's Friends. Thank you all for tuning in and be sure to join us tomorrow, same time at midnight.
That's right. We'll put on another trendy and fancy show here on Frenzy Friends.
We are leaving you with Alanis Morissette said that I would be good.
여러분 잘 자요.
Good night.